Hello, YouTube. Recently, I played the Fatal Frame remake of Crimson Butterfly, the second game in the series. I played the demo for it from Steam. I was on mouse and keyboard, and I think the game feels really fun and kind of plays kind of how I was imagining it, but there's a little bit more to it, which we'll get to in a bit. So right off the bat, I checked to see if the game had difficulty options, and we did. We had three. We had a casual experience for people who just want to, play through the story. There's like a standard difficulty, which gives you a little bit of a both, right, story and good combat. And then there's a third difficulty called Battle. I've never heard of a game having a difficulty called Battle, but it basically makes battling more intense. Believe it said that it also gives you more like points and stuff, which you can use to upgrade your stuff. Okay, right off the bat, after getting out of the cutscene and started playing the game, I noticed that my frame rate is quite low. I believe it's at 30 frames. So I open up the menu, which I really like the new UI where you can actually see Mio. And right here, you'll see that she's bugging out a bit, but yeah, it's still nice to look at. I like that it focuses on her when you go into a menu. It's nice to see her, especially when you start like unlocking new outfits, which I'm sure there'll be new outfits to obtain at the end of the game. And there's, of course, like pre-ordered DLC outfits as well. But anyway, back to what I was talking about. They lock you at about 30 FPS. You can go into the options to increase up to 60. It might be able to go higher than that. I can't remember. But I also had to fix my resolution. My resolution was at 1080, but I have a 1440p monitor. So I switched it, fixed it, no problem, and everything was running smooth. I changed some of the camera sensitivity because it was going a little too fast for me. And then I started to progress through the game, and there's a lot of changes to this game. Obviously, the biggest one being that since this is a remake, it's now in over-the-shoulder third-person camera as opposed to fixed cameras like the original one had. I beat the original many, many years ago on PS2, so my memory is a little vague. I remember a lot in terms of like story, but I don't remember a lot in terms of like features and stuff like that. I think it was very much like the original, the first game, which is one I've beaten the most of. And except they add, of course, Mayu, who's going to be like someone you have to protect and who's going to tag along with you in certain occasions. For some new features, they added the holding hands mechanic, and at first I didn't know what this did. I was like, well, it gets Mayu closer to you. I guess that helps out a lot, and you can run around with her. But it also later on I found that it actually heals you while you're in combat. So you can grab onto her hand, or even out of combat, it'll heal you as well. But if you need a quick heal and you don't have any items, you can walk around with her, try to dodge the ghost, I guess. I did run into one issue, and that was that there doesn't seem to be like mouse and keyboard button support. When I was playing, it just kept showing the controller, like I guess like a PS3 controller, PS5 controller, and so I had to figure out what button was what. Every time it tell me that I'll press this button to do this, I was like, I think it's this button, and then we figure out it eventually. Although in combat later on, there's like an option to like get away from the ghost, and it says press X, and I just could not figure out what button that was, so I just had to kind of take it. But it's cool that you can do that. I'm pretty sure the original did not have that many options for getting away from in combat, but this one has an option of like, because the ghost can now like push you down now, but you have an option to, I guess, like to shove them away or something, or dodge. There does seem to be a dodge button, which when I was pushing, I guess that's what that is. It's like she's like kind of jumping out of the way. I was using it as a dodge button, and there's a lot to talk about it. There's just like they've added a lot to it. So why don't we actually just go over the new features that I'm aware of that the game has. I'm actually looking at the website as I'm talking about this because I know I was going to forget a lot of stuff. So let's look at all the new features. I don't know if these are actual brand new features to the series. I can't remember. It's been so long since I played a Fatal Frame game. The last one I played was the Maiden of Black Water. So I can't really remember which one of these, if these are all just brand new to the series or are they coming from that game. But let's go ahead and talk about it. Okay, so like I talked about before, you can hold Mayu's hand. By holding her hand, players can restore both health and willpower. I believe if your willpower drops to 0, Mia will fall down. Mayu can also, obviously be put in danger, and she falls down, Mia will have to pick her back up. And of course, she can't hold her hand while she's on the ground. They're also adding in charms to the game. These will give you like little buffs and stuff like that. It very much reminds me of Silent Hill F. If you've ever played that one or seen someone play it, you would equip charms to gain some advantages. And it looks like they're doing that here too. They will also be having a collaboration with Silent Hill F. I thought I'd say that since I just talked about Silent Hill F. They have a twin dolls mechanic where like there's gonna be like the two twin dolls. If you play the game, you know what I'm talking about. If not, well, there's gonna be these two dolls that will appear, and if you can get them both into one frame, take a photo, it'll unlock more items in like the point exchange. You get points from battling ghosts, and you can exchange those for different things, items, and I think power ups as well. The game also has a newly added photo mode. I did not try this. I don't know if you can in the demo, but yeah, it has that. What else is cool about the game that I did not get out of the demo, obviously, is that it's going to have new areas to explore. It's going to have side stories and a new ending as well, apparently. I guess maybe it's going to be the true ending, maybe the true ending. I don't know. I really enjoyed my time with the demo. There's not a lot there. It's like it ends pretty quickly, but for the little bit that I had, I really want to get it sooner rather than later. Originally, I was planning to wait on it, but now I'm kind of like, maybe I want to play this because it had a lot of fun, and I was like, I really love this game. I played it a lot back in the day on PS2. I think maybe I've beaten it 3 times total, but it's also been a long time. I'd love to replay it. I love the Fatal Frame games. They're so fun to play. I hope they continue making them. I want to see them remake the first game, and I want to see a new entry in the series as well. I highly recommend giving the demo a try and seeing what you think about it. Definitely a different experience than, say, playing Resident Evil 9, which I've recently beat, and I'm playing on the Insanity difficulty right now. But definitely a different experience, worth your time. If you really like that survival horror feeling, that's more so on like how like Grace's side was on Resident Evil 9, you'll probably really like this game because that feels more like that. But it is a bit more combat focused. I would say that Fatal Frame is a bit more combat focused because you're kind of expected to fight every ghost you see. At least I always did, and I will imagine it'll be the same in this game as well. Another new mechanic is that when you're in combat, if you run away, your willpower will start to drop, and then, of course, like I said before, you will fall to the ground if you run out of willpower. I should have tested it out, but I did not. Enemies can knock you on the ground. You'll have an option to, like, I think it was like giving you the option to shove them, but I could not figure out what the button was on my keyboard and mouse, but it was saying press the X button. If they knock you to the ground, they'll get on top of you, and you can actually grab the camera and take a photo of them to shoot them off of you. Pretty cool. I like that a lot. Mayu feels less annoying in this game because, yes, she is a target, but it also helps you because you can like use her as a decoy and then start blasting them. I don't know if she can actually like has like health and will like die or whatever over time, but I know she can die if you don't save her. That actually happened to me because I didn't know what the heck was happening. I was trying to figure out my buttons. The game releases March 12th, so I don't have a lot of time to decide which one if I'm going to get it or not by the time it comes out. There is an early purchase bonus set, which comes with a Wraith Charm, I don't know how you say that word, peony hair ornament, red, and a blue one. It comes with a new costume, kimono black, and then kimono red as well. Mio gets the red kimono, and Mayu gets the black one. There is also a pre-order bonus set. It comes with a spirit charm, cat ears black, cat ears white, and crimson butterfly, Mayu original, and crimson butterfly Mio original. So I guess these are their original outfits. Kind of cool. And then of course there is a digital deluxe edition as well, which comes with the base game, the soundtrack, and a digital art. Besides that, it also has the deluxe charm, lace gloves black and lace gloves white. It also comes with new outfits, Japanese Gothic right wing and Japanese Gothic left wing for each of the girls. The base game is $49.99 on Steam, and for the digital deluxe it is $69.99, which is a pretty big price hike. It's like $20 more, and all you're getting is the digital soundtrack, art book, and then those new costumes. It seems quite high for a digital deluxe because you get the early purchase bonus and pre-order bonus even on the standard version. I don't think I can recommend the digital deluxe. I'm not saying I'm not going to get it, but it just seems like a lot for what you get. The demo was definitely creepy. I can't wait to explore the rest of the game. There's a pretty good chance that I'm going to get the game sooner rather than later because I did have quite a bit of fun, and it was so nostalgic to see the two characters, and the game looks so beautiful. The atmosphere is really there. It's dark and creepy. The original game was super scary in my opinion, especially with like all those like scary cutscenes and stuff. I will be checking out the reviews when the game eventually gets them and they release those reviews I will do a roundup video for them, and probably then, hopefully that happens before the game actually releases and we can actually have a discussion about it. And I will probably get it based on what I've been reading and stuff. I mean, I'm probably gonna get the game. I mean, I will get the game eventually because I love Fatal Frame and I like to support it. I think that Team Ninja or Koei Tecmo in general are like really killing it right now with the games. Still playing through Neo because it's such a long game and I like to take my time with it. At the same time, playing Resident Evil 9, I beat it, but I'm trying to beat Insanity Mode now, and we're going to talk about that too. But anyway, let me know about your experience with the demo. I had a lot of fun with the combat, even though there was only like one enemy, I think. I think it was only, maybe it was like two enemies you'll fight. Let me know if you played on controller, mouse and keyboard, what did you think about it? Am I wrong? Is there some setting I can do to map the buttons to like keyboard so I know what buttons to push, or am I just probably going to have to play with the controller? Let me know if you're excited about the game. Game releases March 12th. Thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Bye.